Welcome to J&D Upholstery, your auto interior specialist. You can find us online at SeatsRus.com. Today's video is an install video for our 2015 through a 2019 F-150 and 250 driver's seat. We'll be showing you a step-by-step how to install the driver's bottom cover and foam pad by professionals. And we'll be pointing out some of the common problems that you see along the way. Let's get started. Okay, first things first, watch the complete video before you get started where you'll know all the details. Number two, always replace the cover and foam together. The cover shot, foam shot, and vice versa. They look better together. If you're trying to cut corners on aftermarket parts other than replacing one or the other. Factory cover and factory foam is always better, but there's some aftermarket covers and foam that are pretty good. Not as good, but mostly as good as original. Some better than others. Look under the bottom of the seat and see the spring assembly that I'm showing you in the video later. If it's broke, you can tell before you take your seat apart to where you know you've got all the parts before you get started. And last, make sure you take the key out of the ignition before you get started, where when you unplug it, it's the airbags in the seats. You possibly, depending on which trim level you have, could have an airbag warning light later. Thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe to our videos, please. Thank you. There's two different foam pads in the cloth vehicles from 15 to 25. The 15 to 19 has this one that's got a square insert in the middle. And then the 21 up started a different foam, and the density is different. It's a little stiffer foam also. Got some Velcro in it and some of these patented little snap systems. 15 to 19 only has all snaps all the way around. The little covers has a little arrow that actually snaps into it. In order to replace the seat cover, the first thing you're going to do is take the seat out of the vehicle. Some people do it with it in there, a lot more complicated in my opinion. First thing we got to do is take these little caps here off of your seats, and we're going to do one here to show you, and they're all the same way. If you go right in the middle of the front and take them off. If you have a power seat, leave the power connected first, scoot the seat forward and do your rear bolts, which are 13 millimeter, scoot the seat back, do the 13 millimeters in the front, and then raise the seat all the way up with your buttons here to give you more clearance. If you have a manual, you just scoot it back and forth. You don't have to worry about the power. The next step is you'll need to unplug it. Right in the middle, you need to push right in the middle, and then the lever will fold down, and then the plug will come out. After you have the seat out and on the table, there's a T20 Torx right in the front. That's where you at, and there's one in the rear. Right there. You take both of those out. Next step is this recliner arm. Just pry the lock up, just like that. You need to get right on the edge of that, where when you're pulling right on the clip. Next step is you got to pull this panel up and push it out towards the front, and you have got this one. You pulled it up first to get it off of, and then going forward you needed this slot, which came in this one, which is on here, and then we're going to push this right here where he's pushing it right on the middle and pull that out, and your power is ready to come off. If you have the manual, it is the same way, except right in the middle there's this little clip that goes in. It's got to be squeezed. It goes in, you got to squeeze it from the rear side on the back side, it comes through only on a manual. The next step is going to the back and unsnapping this one and this one. And the reason you need to take those is because you gotta take this flap off of here. You've also got these right here that are snapped. Got the little U. You just take that same flat blade or clip puller as we're using to pull it up. On the side, if you got a power, it's going under for when you go back. It's going under your motor, going over and hook it. Take it loose. These little snaps that snap right onto the edge, you're going to go all the way around. You're going to take them loose all the way around it right here. There's a little band that's holding this strapped to it. Most of the time, you can stretch it around and get this out without it. If you got your old one, just cut it off and then put your new one on. Some cases it's so tight, they've sewed it so short that you have to take this bolt out and this plug, unplug this one plug to where you can thread it through there instead of going over the big part. Most time not. If you have a seat heater in your vehicle, along the back, there's a wire that comes out here, or some come out right here in the middle of the back. This one comes out along the back. Just take it and unplug it. You've got the same type push to release and pull out. After you have the seat out, the cover off and the foam off as we just showed you. So a couple of things to look for in case you got a problem. These are common, these in the middle. If you got a yellow one, it's a 250. If you got a white one, it's a 150. To break in this plastic right here in the middle. That's common break on those. Check it while you've got it out because it's very common to happen. Also, these tend to break right here in the corner. Look in each corner right here, like this one. And make sure those are not broke on each side. If they are broke, you can buy this panel new or you can re-weld your other ones. It just comes off by the Torx all the way around. You got two on this side, two on the other side if it's a manual. If it's power, you have a bolt in the side also. Right here on this side, you have a bolt also. That's only in the power. And the power tends to crack right across there. Look at that too. That's another thing that tends to mess up on that. If you have a heater that you're needing to replace, either in your foam or in your cover, it actually just is glued to it. You just would take it off where it's glued to, just pull it, it will come off rather easily. And then after you got it off, put it back in whichever, you're going with another new one or just replacing the pad. Just make sure you center it. Make sure the center is centered here when you start, and then glue it in because the clips are gonna snap right back in the middle on there. Same front and rear, same way. And you glue it back the same areas it was already glued in. And then it's mostly held down by the seat cover anyway. And plug it back up underneath. After you got the foam and the cover taken out, roll it over the edges all the way around, get your edges done. Come back. These little clips here are best taken by just twisting. Hold it with one, twist it with the other. And you go all the way around, hold, twist. And that's the way those are taken out. Pull it loose, you've got them all the way around to take off. If you like and you're coming off, you can cut this and then pull this out if you're not going to reuse anything on the cover. Most of the time you're going to be using the cover and the foam as a set, because usually like this one, when you get the cover off, the foam is in pitiful shape. These Ford foams from 14 to 19 are always terrible. We usually replace both at one time. In either case, when you're going back with the seat cover, there's the center mark. We always start from the center, on the center, snap, and go outward, 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 and everything. Then do your rear all the way across the sides. All of them after that, just keep in mind the centers. Usually the foam's got a center in it. That gives you, and when you hear that familiar click, you know you're done good. On the back, you've got a little strip. You roll that first and roll that around on top of it. And then, see, it's going to be on the back. And when we have the back removed just for video purposes. Afterwards, place the foam, make sure it fits in the frame very good. And then start one corner, usually the front, like he's doing. Roll it around. We're putting the old cover back on just for demonstration purposes. Do all four around. And that's where you snap all these that we showed you on the other one. You're snapping it all the way around. That's the reason it's really nice to have the seat out instead of still in. It's really tricky to do when it's in. Snap them around. You got the rear first, you got the front, and then you'll do the sides last. And if you're doing a power one, your motor on the side, go under on it. If you're on a power one, there's a motor there. Do not come over the top, come under the bottom. If you need to, push the little clip, take it off, where it'll fit under there neatly, and then pull around and snap. First, going to snap your power on. If your seat's a power, you've got to line up this one first. There's your bolt for the front. Push it to the rear, and then lift the rear up enough to get it over the little hump, come down, and you're done. You got a screw right here in the front and in the rear. Front here, rear here. Put your two screws in. The little lever pops on. It's got one particular area is different to make it line up straight. And lastly, double check all your connections. Make sure this is connected. Make sure this is connected if you're power. Make sure if you've had a seat heater, that your seat heater is connected. And then you're ready to go back in. You got your 4 13mm bolts going in, your one plug, this plug, and your level will slide in the latch. And that's it. Installing the plug, just push it in. Hear that familiar snap, and you know you're done. It's easier to set the seat in, connect that first, and then put your bolts in, because you can get to this plug easier.